Today, we're bringing a new meaning to blind playthroughs. You see, Matt here is a lawyer in the morning and the Daredevil at night. He has super hearing powers, or sensing, something like that. I'm still not quite sure how it all works. The rules of this challenge are simple. We can only move in the direction of a sound, and I can use some long items as walking sticks. So, how long can Daredevil really survive the wasteland, with sound being his only guide? As usual, we woke up in the doctor's house after getting shot in the head. Our character is named Matt, you know, like Matt Murdock. After being shot in the head, Matt got his superpowers of hearing and sensing. What is that? Sounds like a fan to me. But, as all powers come with a downside, Matt lost his vision due to the headshot. As we're going to be the Daredevil, we need all the strength we can get, because we will mostly use our hands as a weapon. And then, of course, we'll pick unarmed and melee. Let's put some to speech, just because he's a lawyer. Yeah, let's take heavy-handed. Now we're ready to follow Doc's footsteps as he heads us to the cruel world outside. As Matt steps outside, he realizes the power of his hearing more than ever. All the sounds of the desert hit him at once as he gets flashbang to oblivion. I swear that was a required mod for the Daredevil costume. While I check my inventory, I drop a gun to the ground. And I get the idea that I could throw it around to make noise for me. So I could follow the sound to find my way. Make our first stop to find our costume. Now we are the Daredevil himself. Now we are the Daredevil himself. Our crimson costume does not really blend in with the desert, but that's good. We want our enemies to see us coming. Unlike we can. So I start throwing my pistol around and start exploring this town we are in. There are barely any sounds here, so we need to make our own. I lose the gun at some point, so I drop my razor to the ground and use that to move. Daredevil hears some buzzing sounds coming from a nearby bar and decides to visit it.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
And in there, he hears the most beautiful voice he has ever heard. This girl is accompanied by a dog too. What a sweetheart. As Matt finishes talking with her, he realizes the music coming from a jukebox. He tries his best to dance to impress this girl. But I guess being a superhero does not automatically make you attractive to standards nowadays. Well, at least we find a pool cue here, which we can use as a walking stick. You don't need to drop items on the ground to make sounds for us anymore. Well, that would be true if I didn't lose it immediately. Where did that freaking thing go? Back to the classics. To find the guy that shot us in the head, we first need to make our way to Primm to gather information. But Primm is not that close, especially when sound is the only guide you have. Throwing items around is not a short process. And losing them all the time does not help as well. In about 10 minutes to this challenge, I realized that this is going to be way more miserable than I thought. So, I decided to download this mode that will accelerate it a bit and won't make it too boring. It basically lets us throw any items by holding down shift. This way, I can move further on each throw, and the road to Primm would at least be tolerable. So, here goes Daredevil, throwing razors around to find Primm. I keep throwing my razor to make a sound. But, soon I won't need it, because Daredevil's super hearing powers picks up a gunshot. And so, of course, we start running that way to investigate. It could only be bad people that are using guns like that. As we reach the place that the sounds came from, yeah, to your right a bit, here you go. We hear footsteps and get closer to them.
Any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
You know I am a lawyer, right?
I've got you now.
He, in fact, did not have us. We find our first weapon on this gangster's body, a baton. Matt is getting closer to his true form of Daredevil with each step we take, and in the distance I hear some flies. We have to investigate every sound we hear. It smells really bad here. Right as we keep moving, we hear another gunshot. And then, on the way, we hear some cute puppy sounds. Well, Matt thought so at least. They were some bad dogs, so we took care of them. More footsteps coming that way. This guy even makes fun of our disability.
You eyeballing me?
You know he deserves this.
What was that?
His friend catches a stray as well.
What have you done?
We loot some dynamites off their body. Dynamites make big booms, so I use them to show me the way. This method seems to work well. I get to throw the dynamites a good distance, and the sounds that come off are also loud, so I don't lose where I'm going. I somehow don't hear me getting shot, probably because the 13 dynamites that blew really close to my ears. These gangsters never know when to stop, so I deal with them. And they even got more dynamites for me. Some more of them on the road to Primm. Come on. Strike me. What? That was your first mistake. Oh, no. And one of them even has... Oh, wait a minute. That's a pool cue. Ooh, yeah. That's a freebie, baby. That's our walking stick. Yeah, we're free to move now until we lose it. This speeds everything up. However, the physics in this game are very janky, so this happens. Are you kidding me? Well, at least we're close. As we get to Primm, an NCR trooper interrupts our trip. I can take care of myself. Well, if I had a walking stick, it would be better, but I tried to use a shotgun as my walking stick. It is kinda long enough to hit the road. All this tax money, and they cannot even fix the freaking roads for the blind. The welcoming party in Primm is too nice. They make all these sounds so I can find my way easier, and I reward them with eternal afterlife.
This is hopeless.
Daredevil's ears pick up the sound coming from this LED sign, so we enter the building.
I don't know what it was brought you to Primm, youngster.
In there, we learn that the town's sheriff has been kidnapped, and he has the information we are looking for. So, we decide to save him to get the info about our shooter. Oh, and for justice, of course. As we step outside, the buzzing sound coming from the street lamp guides us. And we throw our razors some more to reach the building the sheriff's in. Look at those fearless eyes. All the guys here have irons, and they are not shy about using them. So, we give them a taste of our iron. Literally. We level up after dealing with them, and put our points in unarmed. I decide to use dynamite to reach the sheriff quickly. Some of these guys are very suicidal, and they try to jump in front of my dynamite. Whoa! Give me the baton. Hey. What are you doing? Oh, he crippled? He leads me into a trap, so I have to fight like a good B-tier superhero. It is 3 versus 1, but that doesn't faze the Daredevil. He fights crooks like these guys all the time. He goes after all the convicts with his baton one after another, and in the end, he comes victorious, honing his fighting skills even more. Oh wait, that is a big gun. That should make some big noise. Ooh, can I pick it up? Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, alright. It's a big walking stick, but that one guy. Oh. I hear a sound close by.
Come out of here!
Whoa. Nope, you're not. I killed someone. I was just trying to find my way. Well, you have more dynamite at least on you. Oh, there you go. Just trying to find my way, guys. Oh, I can't see. Oh, possibly here. Did I go this way, maybe? Yeah, I think this sounds about right. I feel the presence of someone. Give me my walking stick. Oh, where are you? Oh, was that the sound of my shotgun hitting some NPC's head? I think it was. Oh, I'm forgetting I'm supposed to be the good guy. I find nothing more on this level, so I decide to make my way back. I find these Nuka-Cola bottles on the floor and throw them to make some sounds for my ears. Oh, did you just pick that up? Give it back. Oh, here it is. And when I finally get out... Are you kidding me? The game crashed. Anyways, I kept making my way through these guys. Used their guns to find the deputy. Matt thought he was fighting Human Torch for a second. With the help of some tin cans, we finally could reach the guy we were looking for. Well, after we get over this kitchen counter.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me.
Our good deeds must not have been talked around yet in these parts. Matt couldn't find time to practice his lawyer skills amongst all this fighting, so he failed the speed check. However, he was very good at intimidating people. With the good old trusty, me and the deputy made our way out of here. I followed his footsteps into the bar. Once we were there, the deputy gave us the information we needed, and we finally learned that our guy is headed to Nipton. So, with my dynamite in my hand, I got out to the wasteland once again. On the road, Matt heard some bubbling. He deserved this nice bath after all the heroin. The relaxation did not last long, as there were more powder gangers he needed to take care of. More dynamites, yada yada, you know the drill. We were lucky to find yet another pool cue to use as our walking stick. This did not do a good job, however, and led us to danger instead. What is this? Our hero never let minor inconveniences down him. As we got closer to our goal, Daredevil heard the most strange sound yet. It was this abomination the sounds were coming from. Daredevil was lucky not to see it. Such an ugly fellow. But now, our pool cue was far away. Matt had the genius idea to get there by throwing a dynamite right at the cue. Well, back to the dynamite it is. There were more strange sounds Matt needed to investigate. The curiosity almost killed the cat. The corners ganged up on Daredevil. There were quite a lot of them. A whole family of them actually. No! Come at me! All of you! Oh, I mean the babies! Join the fight! Yeah, run away. We used our enemy's myth to frighten anyone that dared us. Also, I was losing a lot of the items while throwing them around, so I kinda had to use the meat. There was a cranking coming from the right. As Daredevil wanted to try his parkour skills, that's when he learned that it was an ambush. Whoa! Not just one, but two big corners. Fight leveled us up at least, and we put points into melee and speech. Finally made it up the hill and gave a spanking to the metal traitor. It enjoyed it. More dynamites to reach Nipton. That was just right there. And there, we met these guys, with no idea how they looked or what they did here. For all Matt cared, it was a nice campfire and some cute puppies.
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates.
We learned that these guys took care of the powder gangers for us. How nice of them. They must be heroes just like ourselves. We promised to tell their tales and spread goodness in the desert. It was quite cinematic, seeing our enemies hang up on the crosses. Daredevil felt prideful, so we decided to continue that quest to help more in danger. There were some distant footsteps that came closer.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did!
Unfortunately, this guy was a powder fella, so we had to get rid of the evil. He made a lot of noise when he was in pain, which made it easier for us to hunt him down. We finished him and got his lottery ticket, you know, to build an orphanage or something. And I was actually out of dynamite to throw, so I had to go back to throwing my revolver around, which was a lot slower. We didn't need to do that for long though. More heretics to take care of. These guys never come together to talk about the new hero in town, it seems. While exploring the area, I found some mines here and heard fire, so I stopped by to rest, and I sensed danger coming towards me, so I patiently waited and got rid of the said danger. Twice. They never stood a chance, to be honest. I tried to use the mines to make sounds, however, I couldn't throw them very far away, and picking them up and throwing them again was very slow. They were heavy and the physics were not quite working. So, I ditched the idea and got back to the old method of throwing the gun at full speed. I thought maybe money opens more doors, but in this case, it did not. Luckily, there were more gunshots heard. Gunshots. Whoa, they're coming from there. Oh, there's a big fight going on. I have to go help these people. So, I made my way to the two big guys in the distance. They were shaking hands on something. Yet another plant the government never told to the public, I guess. The statue was quite majestic though. Matt never knew standing under two guys could be this cool. There were footsteps close by, and I followed them. only to
Coming from
find
the
out
north?
that these were bad guys that other dude was talking about. So I did the right thing. Ave Kaiser. The world needed to be rid of this evil. Daredevil put all his trust in his baton and his powers. There were many gunshots, and he couldn't focus on every single one of the enemies there. Even then, he never stopped fighting. He threw his life away for the one true hero Kaiser. You know, even if he lost here, his stories would help others to get courage to fight this evil. He used all of his stimpaks and doctor bags. The situation was dire. I will not let you crooks be the end of me. I need to do a tactical retreat for now. He was now camping in a shed like a Fortnite kid. Wanted to pick them one by one. He struck and struck harder, but to no success. It was over for Matt, the Daredevil. May his bravery be a lesson for others. No. Damn, I'm dead already. Stop.